How's everyone doing tonight? Figured I'd hop back on here and do a quick little live, see how everybody's doing. Let you guys know what's been going on and everything. See how many people gets on. I know I ain't been live in a while, so I don't know if YouTube will really let people know I'm live, you know what I mean? We'll see. But I'm back. So I think it's been probably, I don't know, 9, 10 days at least since I was live, so I don't know if YouTube will really let people know that I'm live. Maybe it will because it just sent me the notification, so. But anyway, figured I'd just hop on here, kind of see how everybody's been doing. I ain't been doing much this week. Kind of relaxing for the most part. Been cleaning out my shop, trying to get it organized. Yeah, I said I ain't been live for a while, so I don't know if YouTube will really even. Yeah. You have to stay active where they don't really let people know you're live. Hey, Judith and Dan. Alright, what questions do you have? Try to answer them to the best that I can. Hey, dear Slayer, how you doing tonight? Hey, Set on Zion, how you doing? Not much right now. I figured I'd just do a quick live, see how everybody's doing. Let everybody know I'm back. I'm doing good. What do you have to do to legally sell a lure? Nothing. I mean, the only thing you'd have to do if you're going to try to sell a lure commercially is maybe have a business license and pay taxes on your sales. But if you're talking about just a little bit, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're talking about trying to sell quite a bit, you probably have to have a business license and uh, pay taxes on your sales, basically. Unless you're selling out of state. If you sell out of state, you don't have to pay taxes on that because you're, shipping it out of state. But as far as legally, you don't have to do nothing. A lot of people recommend you get an LLC, but all that really does is protect you personally. For like, if somebody wants to sue you or the business, it keeps you and the business separate. Just a castle lure made from the beavers we catch here. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're just talking about selling a little bit, you don't really got to do anything. But if you're talking about trying to sell it commercially, like a big bulk amount, it's a little different. But until you really get going, I wouldn't worry about it. Just sell it. Hey, Internet Vet, how you doing? Yeah, I appreciate that, Sun on Sun. We're doing pretty good. You ate the whole bag already? No. I just put it on this top. Cool. So we're doing pretty good. Got a lot of stuff done last week. So this week's kind of, everybody's gone back to work, so everybody's trying to get back into the usual routine, I guess you could say. The deadline is the 15th of the month. Basically, the reason why I have it set up like that, the deadline being the 15th and the ship date being the 20th, is I want to make sure that I have enough of everything for every box. So, like if I said the deadline was the 15th and I'm going to ship on the 16th and I have enough stuff for 20 boxes and then I end up doing 21 or 22, well, now you're going to have two people that's going to have to wait another 3 or 4 days to get that stuff in. So, I always say deadline's on the 15th, ships on the 20th. Sometimes things happen and it'll be like the 21st or the 22nd, but usually it'll all ship on the 20th. Hey Billingsley, how you doing? Internet bet, yeah. Choosing Dan, yeah, there's a lot better money turning into a really. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're talking about just one lure selling a little bit here and there, I mean, I wouldn't really worry about it at all, honestly. Because I mean, if you're planning on trying to sell a bunch and doing like, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, then you'll probably need to, go the business route. But if you're talking about just making one to sell what caster and stuff you have, then I wouldn't worry about it. I'd just make it up, sell it. I'm doing good, Billingsley. We got a lot of stuff done last week and this weekend, and like I said, this week's kind of just everybody going back to work, trying to get back into the routine. Hey, Scab, how you doing? Kind of surprised there's so many people on here. I didn't think YouTube would really, notify people. Around 15 to 20 pounds of castor pickerel. That's quite a bit. Uh, I said, especially like this year, I don't think I would really worry about it, honestly. Hey Seymour, how you doing? You what?
Check your local state laws.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, they're just selling the one thing. They really ain't gonna worry about it. But I mean, if you wanted to be safe, to get a business license, it's not much. It's like $20. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of check your local and state laws just doing like a quick Google on it. Hey Derek, how you doing? Yeah, I'm back. It doesn't seem like it's been as long as it has, but it has. So I don't know. I don't know. It might even be close to 2 weeks since I've went live here on YouTube. I do have a video I need to upload to YouTube. We Me and my brothers were uh, replacing the floor of a shed last week. So, and I filmed it, and I'm going to post the video. I've been meaning to the last couple of days, but it's just been a lot going on. That's awesome, Derek. I'm glad it's doing good for you. And I've been uh, offered a job at O'Reilly's that I don't know if I'm going to take or not yet. Yeah, internet vet. That's what I was talking about. I mean, if they're just making the one lure and selling just what they have, then I wouldn't much worry about it. But if they're selling a whole bunch of stuff, then you definitely need to get a business license, stuff like that. And LLCs aren't real cheap. Last time I looked, it was like $190 something. So I've been doing my business for a little over 3.5 years, and I don't have an LLC. How much per hour? One of the jobs I got offered is 12. One of the jobs I got offered is 13. Yeah, there's a few benefits, but I don't know. Like there's a discount on all their products. I think they have a pretty good discount on all supplies and stuff like that. Um, you get a little bit of vacation. The the hours aren't really that great for one of the jobs because it's kind of like a jump around schedule plus weekends. You might have to work weekends, but it's also got commission. So it's a counter job, and then there's a driver job, which is 8 to 5, just delivering parts, but it's only $12 an hour. And I don't know. We'll see. I've been thinking about it. Plan on two beaver lures, gasoline, fuel, yeah. Internet vet, I don't know. Jeep fan, yeah. It's obviously not near as gay as TikTok. Because I can say it as much as I want and I'll still be here. But I don't know. It's a decision that I have to make that I've been thinking about because it's like I told my wife I don't want to accept it and then it not work out and then in 3 to 4 weeks quit because it's not working out. So I don't know. Just hope you win your appeal. You should. I mean that's that's stupid. Just offered a job at AutoZone. That's funny scam. Yeah, that's if I work the counter, I do my training and get good at it. There's a commission that it's $13 an hour, but with commission I could get up to average about $15 an hour. So I don't know. The thing with that is like I could be opening one day, closing the next day. I could be working Saturday or Sunday this weekend. Like the days and hours they just jump around. Give you a hint on what's going to be in this month's box. Trapping supplies. Cody Yards, the smallest size foothold I recommend for beaver. Uh, I mean you can. There's been people that's caught beaver on 1.5s. Uh, I wouldn't recommend it by any means, but I would say like a 650 or number 3 would probably be the smallest trap that I would go with strictly for beaver. But then again, I know people that use number 2s and 550s, so it's kind of personal preference. If you're going to go for a front foot catch, a number 2 or number 3 is plenty. But if you're going to be trying to catch the back foot, that's when you need that bigger trap because their feet can be pretty big. And if it's a number 2 trap and their back foot steps on it, there's a pretty good chance it's just going to push their foot out of the trap instead of close on the trap. So I'm going to kick in the wall. I'm going to get a job in nature and work at a state park is my retirement job. Can't stand this job. Yeah. That's the thing, I got my trapping business and I do okay. I do good enough to just kind of scramble by. Like, I don't know. It's barely enough to pay the bills every month. And I've thought about getting a job, but then again, it's like, if I do, I'm going to be gone most of the day, which is going to make it hard because then when I get home, I have to do my business part of it. So whether it's packing boxes, making lures, labeling jars, doing computer work. So if I get home at 5, 6, or if I have to close and I don't get home till 9, and then I have to pack boxes for the next day, I'll be out in the shop till 11 o'clock at night, and then have to turn around and be back at work at 7:30 the next day. It's like I don't know if I want to do all that. It'd definitely be nice to have that extra little bit of money, but it's trying to outweigh like the benefits and I guess the pros and the cons of it. Like, what would I be giving up compared to what would I be gaining? You know what I mean? The last month's box review live last week, posted it Sunday before plus. Yeah, Scab. I got on there and watched it like 2 days ago. I think I watched about 80% of that video. If I remember right. Yeah, I think I watched about all of it, but I fell asleep and yeah, it was just yeah. But I watched most of it. Awesome. Just posted my first video. Shout out to Scab. That's awesome, Wild Arrow. TS85, yeah. A lot of people use the 85s, the 850s, the Beaver Extremes. There's a lot of traps you can use for Beaver. As I said, it really depends on if you're going for a front foot catch or back foot catch. I mean, I know lots of people that use 2s and 3s, so it'll make it work, but it is what it is. Yeah, while there, it's definitely a learning process. I I'm still, I'll be learning for a very long time. So yesterday's video currently has 500 views. That's awesome, Jeep fam. I seen one of your fishing videos. I think you posted last week. I seen it did pretty good.
Love you.
Should be a good live for me. All right, I will. So I haven't been on my phone a lot the last week. Said, I don't know. If I take the job, it's gonna cut out on a lot of the YouTube time. Like, I'm thinking about just getting rid of TikTok in general because I don't know. I need to spend more time working on building my business up rather than social media platforms. You know what I mean? I said DoorDash there. One of my friends do DoorDash, and so yeah, I said I'm signed. My truck don't run right now, so that'd be a problem for me getting that. And even if so, diesel just went up to $5.15 a gallon. So I mean, I'd be having to make a ton of money to even cover that. It's I don't know. The gas prices and diesel prices keep going up. Food keeps going up. It's
There's
just
no dash in here.
huh?
There's no dash in here.
DoorDash. I don't know.
Okay, go on the shelf.
I've got lots of beavers in between for a good dude squares all set rider. Yeah. 1,400 so far. That's awesome. GFam should be building up your watch hours then. Hey Articat, how you doing tonight? I appreciate it. So I figured I'd get on here and kind of let everybody know I'm back, see how everybody's doing. I did post on my website if anybody's interested. A combo where you can get both my seasonings. I'll turn this one around a little more. Both the seasonings and the hot sauce for $13. Uh, I'm hoping my other hot sauce should be done next week. I'm hoping. Boy, does the DoorDash sound Chris over. That's awesome. Alright, Derek, have fun at work. Yeah, same. That's what my wife said. We don't even have DoorDash here. We have to go a couple towns over. We do the Walmart delivery. I know they do that. But got 6 days till I trim my beer, so I don't get my tires. Jeep fan. Gonna call tomorrow with some questions. About what time? Scab. What's tomorrow? Wednesday.
This has to call before 5:30.
Yeah. Well, it'd have to be before. Yeah. Had to be before 5:30 because I got church tomorrow night. Good time for me. I don't care. Anytime between like 11 to 3. Probably the best time. I don't know. Autocat, aka Mr. Mink in the house. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I've had a lot on my mind. A lot to think about. Are you gonna clean all the bottles out? So I told my wife, I said if the O'Reilly's, if it was like pretty decent money, I wouldn't think about it. I'd just do it. But it's like $12 an hour these days is, I mean, really not a lot of money. I mean, it's gonna cost me $50 a week just to drive there and back. So it's like, I don't know. Mr. Mr. Dink. Who knows? I went in there and talked to him yesterday, and I told them I would let them know. But, anyway, but once it's out, give me some food. Thank you.
You know what you can get me for Mother's Day?
Why you happening?
It's only $8.
Then go get it yourself.
Give me the card.
You have your own cord.
What do you want? Okay.
Woman.
Huh?
Didn't say nothing. How's everybody's last 2 weeks been? Anybody had anything exciting going on? Hmm? What? I'm not even sure if you were speaking English or not.
Once. Still waiting on the birthday present.
Boring? Yeah. Yeah, it tends to be.
I am in bed.
Turkey hunting and pushing dirt. Sounds like fun. So we got a lot of stuff done last week. Trying to live your best life. Yeah. Well, I get that. So we did a lot of stuff last week for my mom. Counting the days till traffic season. Yeah. And that's another thing I thought of. If I took that job, like, I don't think I would be able to trap even if I took that job. Because if I had a job and my business, I don't think I wouldn't have the time to run a trap line. I don't know. Said it's a big decision I would have to make. That, and then also if I took the job, I probably wouldn't be able to go to pretty much any of the conventions. So, I don't know. Decisions. They never said life was easy. Only for some. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for trapping season. That's for sure. But, I don't know, like I said, I feel like life was easy, that means you're not trying hard enough. Tell me about it, I know. The harder you try at life, the harder it gets. At least for me. See, last week was pretty difficult. Just, besides everything else that was going on, I wasn't able to do any work on my phone. My wife wasn't able to watch any kids, so I mean, just last week was very, very hard in general. So this week couldn't be any worse than last week. So a lot would have to happen for this week to be worse than last week.
Lay down.
Yeah, I can get them. I'd have to check. Last time I looked, Arctic Cat, there was a few of them that were out of stock. I'd have to look again, but yeah, I can get them. I know. At one point I'd taken them off my website because most of them was out of stock, so I just took them off my website. So that's awesome, Settle Sign. Yeah, like I said, I'm wanting to run a big line this year. Um, hmm, you didn't say Settle Sign. Just let me know. Whenever. So I'm planning on running a bigger line this year. I'd like to run at least 3 or 4 dozen footholds and then maybe 2 dozen dog proofs. Kind of thing, but we'll see. Like I said, if I get the job, I don't think I will be doing any trapping, honestly. I don't know. I definitely, I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning more towards not taking the job, but I don't know. I'm wanting to see what they're kind of predicting for next trapping season. Because if the fur prices don't go up, then I'm kind of afraid of how next season's gonna go. Because I don't like the conventions this year. I don't see there being near as much buying as there was last year. So everybody bases their trapping season off fur prices. Well, not everybody. Most people base their trapping season off fur prices. And with the fur prices the way they are, I've seen a lot of people just, selling out because fur prices the last few years have really been squat. So I'm seeing a lot of people selling out, and a lot of the people that are wanting to trap are buying them out. So there's really not a whole lot of new supplies sales going on. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't think the convention season this year. I think there'll still be a really good turnout, but I don't think the sales are going to be as high as they were last year. Because there's a lot of people that are not going to be trapping, and there's a lot of people that simply won't have the money because of gas prices and stuff like that.
Took her attack without me putting it in her bottle.
That's good. Don't do it, side hustle, grow yourself. I've been working at it. I've been working hard. That's what I said, we do good enough now to pay the bills and get by. Sometimes it gets pretty iffy. But it comes to a point, it's like, eventually, it's either going to have to work out or I'm going to have to do something else. But I feel like if I do take a job, it's going to be like everything else going to take a back seat, you know what I mean? Are you going to start a website? Websites are pretty expensive, I can tell you that. Trapping sales are way higher during the season. When you get to about mid-March, sales just die, and they don't pick up again until end of November to the middle of December. I mean, like right now, sales are terrible right now. I mean, there's basically no sales right now, to be honest with you. Invest in home tanning. It's awesome, Scab. Might as well do it. Lindsay, yeah, I get that. That's what I mean, you know. I've seen a lot of people that have trapped for years for fur and the prices. I'm starting to see a lot of people now that are trapping because they love it, or they're trapping because they want their kids to get into it and stuff like that. But it's kind of like the people that used to trap for fur are just starting to sell out. So the people that are getting into it now are buying them out. Like if you get on Facebook, you can see used trapping stuff for days. I mean, there's people selling their whole trapping shed basically for, you know, if you buy it all, you get it for basically nothing. I mean, you can get $1,000 worth of supplies for $600. So, and I've seen a lot of people doing that here recently. Back in Indiana, maybe I'll do an Etsy page. And I thought, yeah. See, Etsy pages, I kind of looked into that. They charge you for every picture that you post. I think last time I looked, every picture you post is 25 cents. Something like that. It's been a few years since I've looked at it, but I don't know. Huge hiccup. She wants bones, skulls, feathers. That's awesome. And like the baits and lures, I'm starting to see a lot more people that are just trying to make their own and not really buying any anymore. But that's why that's why I'm not just strictly trapping supplies. You know, I try to sell some fishing supplies. I sell some seasonings and stuff like that. So it's not just trapping supplies. I'd really like to get some nuisance work around here, but we'll see. Skulls Unlimited. I've not. Ain't never heard of it.
Way down.
I don't know. I I ask my wife like 30 times a day. I'm like, what do you want me to do? She just, I don't know, do whatever you want. And it's like, well, thanks for the vote of confidence. What? What? Well, it's what you said every time. What do you want? You want to look in the camera? This is one of our dogs. This is the very, very, very loud one that barks all the time. Alright, you can get down. Go find something to do. That with Eric. So I've never heard of it. Terrier. Yeah. It's a rat terrier Chihuahua mix. Alright, Scam. Here's Scotch.
She's just watching her tablet. She
Okay.
keeps shutting her TV off. Well, she keeps changing the channel.
Is she still laying in bed?
Oh yeah, I put it on Moana.
On her tablet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see. She said she had a tablet.
I have it propped up on the suitcase.
Yeah.
It's right here on the edge of the bed. I have it propped up on the suitcase.
Mm.
Just open your eyes.
So, anybody got any questions for me? Anybody want to know anything? Like I said, I got that video I've been meaning to post the last couple days. I might try and get it posted tonight. He was replacing the floor in the shed. Hmm.
What was some scary stuff?
The way we did it was very entertaining.
I don't know why you guys did it that way.
Because we didn't care. That's what Jeff said. He said if it falls and breaks, oh well, we'll just burn it. It was a fun day, that's for sure. It was hot and sunny. That's everybody got sunburns that day. But
You're exhausted week.
all last week, me and my brothers just whatever my mom wanted done, we did it. So. Hey, Robs, how you doing? Been lurking around. Think fur prices are gonna pick up next year? It'd be nice, but my hopes ain't very high, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think with the current leadership we have, that's making everything very, very hard. I don't think it's going to pick up very much. Maybe a little, but not much. You know, I mean, it wouldn't take much for it to go up. I mean, most coyotes were worthless this year. A lot of people I know that went to sell coyotes ended up bringing all their coyotes home because there's no value in them. Nobody wanted them. So I know a lot of coons were, under $3, maybe a buck or two. So it wouldn't take much for them to go up, but I don't expect them to. Jeep fan, yeah. It's my polite way of letting people know what I'm talking about. That's awesome, set on son. I see that you're giving the traps out. That's pretty cool. What are you doing? Pansy. Huh? Yeah. So, I don't know. That's what I was telling my wife, Yeah, tonight was week 2, Robert. That's awesome, set on son. So, you do that once a week, right? Is it once every Tuesday? Is that right? think that's right. So I don't know. It's like I want to. I think the big thing about like getting a job is it's for the most part guaranteed money. There's not a whole lot of work into getting the money. So it's I don't know, it's kinda like it's just easy money to me. Having a job is just easy money. Uh, Having a business, like say you never know. It's like telling my mom, I might have 2 weeks where I don't do nothing, and it looks like I'm not gonna be able to pay bills, and then the third week I'll do enough to make up for the 2 weeks before, but then the next week I don't do nothing again. So it's just one of those up and down things. So it's like I want to just put the time into myself and building myself up, but uh, every Tuesday at 7 tonight live was only 15 minutes long. Got right to it. That's awesome. See, at 7, I was cleaning my mom's salon. Need to hunt around and find those off markets. Skulls, bones, claws, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Uh, I was wanting to do my own skulls this year, but didn't work out. But it is what it is, I guess. I thought about saving skulls to sell because I had a lot of people that was offering to buy them from me, but I don't have the freezer space. So, if I had the freezer space, I would sell everything but the guts. Because I had a couple people that were wanting to buy skulls from me, but I didn't have the freezer space for it to be able to save up some to sell out, so I couldn't do that. So I was going to boil my own skulls, and that didn't work. The way I do my skulls, I boil them in water and dish soap until everything's gone. I let it cook a while. I don't boil it real high, just a light boil, and I'll let it do that for half hour, 45 minutes, and then usually pull it out and power wash it. But I went to use my power washer and it didn't want to work, so that did not work. But it is what it is, I guess. And put them in a bucket for call stations. Yeah. Starting a mulch pile for the guts. Sell high fertilized mulch. Yeah. I don't know. Because anything I did, I'd have to sell out because people in my area are super, super, super cheap people. I mean, super cheap. Like, if you're giving it away, they're all for it. But if you want a dollar, to hell with you, pretty much. That's how they all are. That's why my outdoor store didn't work very well. Everybody came in, wanted me to just give them stuff, and it's like, no, that's not how it works. I don't know. Even the farmers around here are cheap for certain things. There's some things they don't care about, but for some things, I mean, they are super cheap, and that's why getting any kind of nuisance job around here is hard because Most people want you to just come do it for free. They don't want to pay you anything. And from what I've seen on Facebook and everything else, what I was charging is quite a bit less than anybody else. But around here, I mean, people won't even. I mean, they just laugh at you pretty much. They want you to come do it for free. Need to tap into the Branson area. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much, that's what I tell people. If you have there's three things that sell. That's alcohol, sex, and lottery. Those three things sell. And if your business has anything to do with those three, you're going to be successful unless you're a complete idiot. Because that's what everybody spends their money on. I mean, people get their paychecks, and the first thing they do is go buy a carton of cigarettes, a handful of scratchers, 2 cases of beer, put gas in the vehicle. That's what they do on payday. Most of the people I know, that's what they do every payday. I don't get it. It's like, I don't know. It's like I'm not gonna go work 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week just to take $200 into the casino, or go spend $60 on alcohol, or just spend 150, $200 at the bar. It's like, I mean, what's the point in going and working hard just to give your money away for liquor or scratchers or something? I never understood that. You know, I've used to I used to go to the bars, but I mean, I never spent very much money. $30 at the most. I mean, I go to casino. I used to the casinos quite a bit, and we'd spend 20, $30. But I know people that go spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars every payday on this stuff. And it's like, I don't get it, guys. Blakely's Ladies of the Night Escort Services. Yeah, almost said a damn possums. Yeah, that's funny. We had a place that's not too far from me, about 45 minutes away. They got busted. It was probably 7, 8 years ago or better. But it was a hog farm. And they got busted because had like I don't know, like a hog brothel, I guess you'd call it. But people were paying to have sex with pigs. And they got busted. And when they busted them, there was 3 customers there. And I'm like, what in the world? It's like, for one, who would even think to have that business idea? 2, what kind of just useless people are paying for that? Like, really? I don't get it. I don't get it. Pretty much Arctic Cat. It's, yeah. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. The things that the things that people do nowadays is just astonishing. Like, uh, sometimes can be scary, to be honest with you. The world's definitely full of weirdos. So I've heard of some stuff that, I mean, just thinking about it makes you cringe. I couldn't imagine being the one having to see it. I mean, could you imagine being a cop or an agent that went into that and seen that? I mean, could you imagine that? Like, that would almost make you rethink your career path. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I don't know. So nobody's really had anything interesting going on the last 2 weeks besides work and being bored. I think that's kind of what I heard before. I need to get another haircut. Tried getting one last week, but everything going on, man, it was crazy. We was waking up at, you know, 7 o'clock and going to my mom's, and I was at my mom's till 11:30 midnight. Settle sign, I don't know. Uh, I don't think that's a. I don't think there's enough money in the world for me to do that. Got my YouTube channel up and going, working on test-based course. Out of here. It's awesome, Billings. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the videos. I think I watched the first one you posted of the old clips, and then the one of pulling the coontail. But I ain't been on my phone very much, so never bored. Every day is an adventure. Yeah, I got too much going on in my mind to be bored. Sick with AutoZone. It's honest pay. Yeah. What's AutoZone pay? That's what they told me at O'Reilly's. They're like, it's a great place to work, great environment. We just don't get paid very well. I'm like, because my cousin works there, and he's like, whatever you start off with, he's like, that's pretty much all you'll ever get. He's like, we don't really get raises very much here. And I'm like, well, that's good to know. Up a new one today from auto release. That's awesome. I'll have to get on there and watch it. That was my thought process for the job. I was like, you know what? I could get a job pushing carts at Walmart for the same money, and it's, you know, like a 4.5, 5 mile drive rather than, 15-mile drive. And I would get a discount card at Walmart eventually, which would help me more than parts, because then I get discounts on groceries and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I just need to get my business doing a little bit better, so I ain't got to worry about it. That's what I told my wife. I said I'd hate to take the job and then it not work out, and then in 3 4 weeks want to quit. Cause I hate that. Like, to me, that's worse than just not taking the job in the first place. But I don't know. Say, if I ended up wanting to do it again later on, I'm sure I could, but so like I told my wife, I feel like if I took the job, I would be giving up more than I would be gaining from it. Testing cat get on those. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, I don't know. Like, having a job would be one thing because, like, if this didn't work out and I had to go get a job, that would suck because that means, like, what I've always wanted to do didn't work out. But when you get that job, it's pretty much guaranteed money, easy money, because I mean you show up to work, you go home, you get money. There's no, uh, you're not really risking anything. You just go to work, you come home, you get paid, you have money. You're not really risking anything like owning your own business. I never know what's gonna work or what's gonna fail or what's gonna help me or what's gonna make it worse. So working on a couple new ones. It's awesome, Lindsay. I think I have like one more that I'm kind of working on right now, but I'm not gonna try to bring much. I'm not gonna try to create much more as far as the baits and lures goes, at least for a while, because I need to try to build my name up before I add any more. So I don't know. Your prayer bait, yeah, that's the one I'm working on. Is gonna be a bait. Hey, come here. You sleeping? I'll be right back. Hey. Huh? I definitely. I'm trying to give you attention and you're snoring. Huh? What deal? I just threw big ones and two up with Okay. Always tinkering new stuff, yeah. Alright, Judith and Dan, I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night and thanks for stopping in and chatting with us. Yeah. I'm just saying I don't know. I think I need to get my name built up before I try to come out with any more baits and lures. I do have a couple more like food products I'm working on, like I have another hot sauce that I'm working on, stuff like that. Change your scenery will get your spirits up. Let's see what can happen. Yeah, so I'm not too sure how many conventions we'll be at this year. You made bait, don't fool with making noise, yeah. I don't know. I think I think I would rather make lures than baits, honestly. Because I mean, bait, you're working with so much. stuff. I mean, it's not like you're working with a little, a small, like a gallon or something amount of stuff. You're working with 10, 15, 20 gallons of meat or whatever. So I don't know. I think I would rather make lures than baits, honestly. I think it's a little easier to mess with. So it's not, I know for sure that I will be at Missouri because it's so close to where I live. Like it's just a little under an hour, I believe. So I will for sure be there. The FTA, I don't know. At this point, with the way things are going, I don't think we're gonna make the FTA because it's in like 5, 6 weeks or something like that. And yeah. So I mean, I don't think we're gonna make the FTA. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't want to say anything because I'm not sure what's gonna happen. But the way things are going, I don't think I'll be at very many conventions this year. I don't think I'll be at very many at all. Just because I don't have the extra money to spend on conventions this year. Which kind of sucks because as far as the business part of it, that was my most enjoyable part of it last year. I was getting to go to the conventions and meet everybody, getting to meet all kinds of people and talk with people. I love that. Uh, that's definitely my most enjoyable part of the whole business aspect of it last year. But I don't think we're gonna have the money to do it this year. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, I'd love to be able to meet all you guys and get to talk and whatever. I think that'd be really cool. But maybe one of these days I'll be able to be pretty successful and be able to go to all these conventions that are around. Yeah, AutoCAD. Uh, Same thing with coyotes. People they say they know how well a coyote can smell, but they really don't because if you honestly think you putting on a pair of gloves is going to prevent any of your scent from being at the set, then you really don't know. Because, I mean, coyotes can smell 100 times better than you can. Therefore, they can smell what's on the bottom of your boots. They can smell what is on your trapping bag or your bucket or whatever you're using. They can smell the sweat that falls off your face. I mean, wearing gloves is not really going to help you out a whole lot. So, if I know people that spray themselves with Away before each set, wear gloves and all this stuff, and it's like you can do that if it makes you feel better. I mean, nothing wrong with it, but a coyote's still gonna smell that you were there. So that's just my opinion, I guess. Got a way better nose than people give a cat credit for. Yeah. All right, Scab. Scab is back. So, Scab, out of all the boxes you've had, how would you rate last month's? I know this last month was geared towards coyotes and muskrat, but uh, just that I have people that email me all the time. They'll order one of the boxes or something, and then they'll email me, "Hey, I live in this state. Can you make sure you don't put this, or this, and try to do things like this?" And it's like all boxes are the same every month. Every one I get is the same exact stuff because there's no possible way for me to customize every single box. I mean, if I sell 15 or 20 boxes, I can't do 15 or 20 separate boxes, you know what I mean? That's just, I mean, if I do that, you might as well just order. If you want your box to be customized, you might as well just order $60 worth of trapping supplies. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. These months was one of the more diverse boxes, which is nice. Yeah. Arctic, yeah. Yeah, I'd say I've tried to focus every box like this box is mainly for coyotes, or this box is mainly for beaver, this box is mainly for this or this or this. But I try to mix it up a little bit, and last month that's kind of what I came up with. I was like, there doesn't always have to be two or three traps in there. Maybe I can, expand it a little bit on baits and lures because I haven't really been putting very many in the boxes the last few months. So it's kind of it's what I thought I wanted to do. So I'm glad a lot of people liked it. I knew with like the trap, there's a lot of people that love long spring traps, and there's a lot of people that hate them. So I hopefully there's more people that like them that got a box than there are that hate them. So I don't know. We'll see. Set on time. Yeah, I appreciate that. And say um, one of the boxes coming up soon is going to be more focused on tools. So I'll say that. I'm not gonna say what month, but there's going to be one coming up in the next couple months. It's going to be focused more on tools. Not so much baits, lures, and traps, but just tools. So we'll see. That's weird, boy. That's it, yeah. That's what's up, As far as what I've noticed, cats are very curious. Like coyotes like to stay on a trail until they see something, and then they'll go at what they see. Bobcats, they just wander around wherever, and they see something 500 yards away, they're gonna walk over and look at it, and then they're gonna see something over here, 200 yards away, they're gonna walk over and look at it. I mean, they're not gonna stick to a path as well as a coyote does. They still stay in the probably the same basic area, but I don't think they stay on trails and paths like coyotes do. I think they get off the path a lot more. That's why I know a lot of people that trap bobcats in the timber and stuff like that. Ain't no wrong with tools, no. That's for sure. You always need tools because they're always breaking, or there might be some tool that, could help you do something that you didn't even know the tool existed. You know what I mean? Well, I know that because of this month's box inspired me to go for mink and muskrat. That's awesome, Scab. Hope you do good with it, man. Key with cats, my thing, yeah. And I hope everybody enjoyed Billingsley's Allure. Another thing, what I think is cool about the mystery boxes or the subscription boxes, whatever you call it, is it's cool that for the customer because they can, pay $60 and get, between $60 and $70 worth of supplies that's just random. They don't know what it is. So, I mean, you don't know what you're going to pull out. So there might be something you're like, oh, really, this? Like, I don't need this. And then you're going to pull something out like, holy cow, holy crap, that's awesome. So, there's that aspect of it, but then there's also the aspect of, I can help people out like myself, or I can help people out by, Dale putting his lures in there. That helps him out. Um, last month or the month before, I put the book in there. That helps them people out. I put Cavin's bait in there. That helps Cavin out. Uh, Jeff Dunlap's DVD, I put that in there. That helps him out. So I can help people out, especially like now in the off season, when people aren't getting a lot of sales because it's off season. Uh, if I can order, whatever from them, that helps out a lot. And I've had a lot of appreciation from different people for that, which is pretty cool. Now I can do that. Thanks, that's what I was going to call you about tomorrow, looking to get a variety of items. Awesome, Scam. Otter cat, yeah, that don't surprise me. I do know I don't see a whole lot of coyotes like right before dark. I see most of them. I probably see 80% of my coyotes right as the sun's starting to peak. Uh, as far as bobcats, I've seen most of my bobcats about mid-afternoon, honestly. I mean, like when I'm hunting, I feel like I see a lot of my bobcats around 3 o'clock or something like that. Not to be stuck on the time, but I feel like about mid-afternoon, so I see a lot of bobcats out strolling around. Hey Fisher, how you doing tonight? Scab, what ones do you have right now? I seen you did a video on them, and you had the No BS. I think you had a Duke. It was about 4 months ago, 5 months ago, something like that. I had the No BS 1.5 in the monthly box. And I've had people from just places that have ordered the monthly box that I was surprised, like New Jersey, California. I mean, those are two states that I never would have really thought I'd have people order the box from, but I have, and it's just kind of surprising to me. I don't know why, but it was. So what's everybody got planned for the rest of the week? Just living life pretty much. Yeah, that's. I didn't get. I mean, basically, the last 2 weeks, or week and a half, I haven't really gotten on anybody's lives, watched any videos. Haven't been on Facebook much. I've still been emailing people and doing stuff like that, but for the most part, I just kind of told everybody, hey, this is what's going on. I'm, I'm gonna take some time off. No BS, dude. Super Creek ain't gonna toss in another one. All right, Scam. School. I might go to the beach and go crabbing this week. That's awesome, Fisher. Um, I don't have a whole lot planned for this weekend. I know we got to go to the fire department. We had well, the fire department that I volunteered for, we had a meeting last night and it went until, I don't know, 8 o'clock, something, 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think about 7:30. And then Saturday we got to go to another fire department because they're going to give something to my mom for my dad's years of service. Scam. But the stuff that happens online is so important. I wouldn't know what I would do without it. I think I'm gonna toddle off the bed, boys. Y'all are gonna. All right, Billings. I appreciate it, man. You have a good night, and thanks for coming in and chatting with us. Give the victor some love. All right, Scab. Yeah, I'll hook you up. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much gonna be done with TikTok. But I told my wife, I said, the last 5, 6, 7 months probably, I've been more focused on YouTube and TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that, and not so much the business or trying to find people that are needing supplies, stuff like that. Because used to, I was always on Facebook looking for people that, were looking for a place to order this or whatever, and I would help them out and I would do some sales like that. And like the summer of last year, that's how I did a lot of my sales, was that way. But I've been focusing more on TikTok and stuff like that, and not so much that. And I thought I said, you know what? I think I just need to focus more on the business again instead of the social media because my thought process was if I build my social media up, more people will know the name, which will in line, create more business, more orders, stuff like that. Well, I think I just need to go back to the way I was doing things before. So I'm told her, I said, I think I'm just going to delete all my TikTok accounts and be done with it. So we'll see because, I mean, TikTok, it takes up a lot of time because I get, especially like with the Bible readings and stuff, I don't want to quit that, but, I get so many comments and stuff on those videos that it takes a lot of my time up. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Gonna be a straight of head to head. I'm surprised that I can make it. Awesome. Fisher. Sounds awesome. We've been getting a lot of rain, so we can't do a whole lot outside. Can't even mow. It's so everything's wet constantly. Supposed to get more rain this week too. So only TikTok, you guys, clock on the wall. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I I gotta figure it out. My new platform. I mean, I didn't even have time to mess with it. So this last week and a half, I just ain't had time to do anything. I ain't had time to mess with my new platform, which I really need to build it up because it costs a lot of money to have. And if I can't, get it going, then I need to, I guess, probably end it too. I don't know. Downpouring off and on most days, yeah. We've had some pretty good storms here lately, and we're supposed to get a couple more pretty good storms this week. So, but anyway, it's 11:42, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, guys. Appreciate everybody coming on here and chatting with me. Just letting everybody know that I'm back. We'll start doing some more lives. Yeah, I've gotten lots of sales from TikTok. Lots. Um, I've probably got more. I think I've got more sales from TikTok than I have YouTube. To be honest with you. But TikTok just takes up so much time because the comments, the guys just they come, and everybody tags you in the videos. Everybody wants you to watch the video. It gets to where I'm spending too much time on it. So I don't know. And there's a lot of childish things that go on TikTok. Like I don't know. I don't know. Don't delete it. Well, my big account that I was getting all my sales and stuff from was banned. It's gone, deleted, no longer exists. So I started a new one, and I haven't really done much on it, but I was doing really well on TikTok. Like I had lots of followers. I was doing lives on there all the time. Lots of people watching my lives, getting orders and stuff. And then just out of the blue, a bunch of drama started, and I don't know. People that were going to order stuff from me backed out and didn't order it and stuff like that. And I don't know. It was like being in high school again. That makes sense. So I don't want to be part of that anymore. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I said lots of decisions to be made. I just gotta make them. But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming on here and chatting with me tonight. Hope everybody's had a great, last week and a half. I'm back. I'll be doing more lives. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope everybody has a great week. And thank you guys.